go subscribe to the BFB page where you can see, I don't know what this guy's doing. You can catch the Dallas Cowboys post-game show with me, EA, and Billy. We'll be live this Sunday, right after the...
Two of us will sound smart on it.
Don't know which two it'll be. We'll rotate out. We'll rotate out. But yeah, we'll be live this Sunday after the Dallas Cowboys take on the LA Chargers, EA.
I'll be so sleepy.
No, you know, I was thinking what's going to be the killer for us is the following week when the Cowboys play on Monday night. So we do post game, then come in here, then we turn around and got to do another post game show on Sunday. I was like, oh my God, talking about a lot.
We do it for you guys.
Yeah, there you go. We love it. That's why we do it. We entertain. And we'll tell you a little bit later about some stuff we got, some giveaways we're gonna have coming up the next couple weeks.
Giving me a date?
No, I can't give you that. Yeah, I thought you had one with your right hand later. I was talking about driving.
Oh,
I was talking about driving.
Ladies,
you talking about?
By the way, ladies, I mean I got a bigger back seat now.
Hey, I got that in the antibodies, baby. Woo! Listen, EA, Brian, Billy, we just talked about the Cowboys loss on Thursday night. A lot of us have different reasons why they lost. Brian, we didn't really get to hear. What were your reasons they lost?
Well, I think it was more the defensive secondary. You know, there was mixed coverages. I know the one where Anthony Brown got torched, the safety was supposed to cover, and he didn't cover the Antonio Brown. He was supposed to cover on top, and he missed that, and then that's why Antonio Brown was gone.
Yeah, a lot of secondary issues with our defense, and the fact of the matter is Anthony Brown, even Jordan Lewis to some extent, they were getting burnt toast on everything. Now, I understand you're going against the Tampa Bay.
Jay Nonstop wants to know if you're on that oil tonight.
Me?
Yeah.
I don't know what that oil is, but
that player hating oil.
Oh, I am. On Billy, yes. If it's on Billy.
No, I'm talking about you.
Billy's the player hating for sure.
The fresh
Red
Bull here.
Yeah, that's player hating Red Bull. No. The secondary to me has a lot of issues, and we knew that going in.
Right.
We knew, but again, that's Tom Brady and their exquisite collection of receivers. You got Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, and of course Antonio Brown. Those three are really that's just as good as our three receivers.
That's a Pro Bowl receiver.
And by the way, you got Gronkowski as well. And O.J. Howard.
Yeah.
O.J. Howard's a backup on this team.
Yeah.
He was a first-round pick.
Yeah, no, he's like the guy behind Gronk.
Like, well, okay, so there are some things you're like, okay, we can give them some, all right, fine, maybe our secondary is going to struggle a little bit, but that was a big reason why they gave up too many big plays, because Tom Brady was like, okay, you scored, watch this. I'm going to go back in 2 seconds and win.
What do you mind repeating that just real quick? I just want to use that to reference.
Yeah. 2 seconds.
Tom Brady. No. Tom Brady. You said they got a lot of what?
Weapons.
Well, not that, but you said big plays, right?
Big plays. Yeah.
Remember that. Big plays.
Oh my God.
Okay.
Can you? Let's just go right into it. Go ahead.
No.
We're done. Let's go right into it.
I already know that I'm right. So go.
Go ahead. What's your big plays theory? Go ahead.
No. It's not just so much the big plays. You're 100% right, or Brian was 100% right. It's the defense. Defense gave up a lot of big plays, right? Tom Brady's going to do what he's going to do. We understand that. Defense didn't do enough to get after him. We got no pressure on him at all.
No.
This is what he did. So, that's fine. Me personally, I think the Cowboys, the kicker, yes, he had a big part in it. He missed a lot of, he left points on the board and would have ultimately won the game. You got to score in the red zone. Period.
Big time.
The end.
You got to score. When you get Tom Brady on a 3 and out, you got to score. You
well,
can't
I wouldn't even say just after 3 and out. It sounds good, but I just say
I'm just saying, like, when you stop him and you get a 3 and out of Tom Brady, you got to capitalize.
Okay. Or if you get a turnover. If you force the turnovers, capitalize on the turnovers.
The Cowboys forced, what was it, 4 turnovers?
I think 3, but yeah, there was 3-1 was the turnover ratio because I think we gave one.
Yeah, we won.
Did you hear what John Jock Taylor said on NBC5 of Newly Scruggs?
No.
What did he say?
He said they knew that, Zerline had a back injury and didn't really kick much before that game.
Right.
It's like, why didn't you bring in Kai Forbath until he's better, and then cut Kai Forbath? I mean, you got a guy who's healthy and can kick field goals.
You know why they didn't do it? Because it makes sense. That's why. That's why a lot of stuff
I have a message here from Q. He says that the struggle in the secondary is because Brady wasn't pushed off his spot. Lack of pass rush hurt them. No key sack or pressures.
Right.
basically Tom Brady was just sitting back there.
There was even one.
That's any quarterback.
There was one he got his arm hit.
Yeah, and Brady, it looked like he had Velcro on the football. He's like, nope, not today.
Okay, well, there was another one too. Remember when he fell? He was almost about to get sacked. He threw it to Leonard Fournette, and
that one
everybody thought Mike Parsons.
I said this on Twitter, and everyone laughed. It said Tom Brady has that Doctor Strange spell around him, and I don't know who he paid off, but he got the MCU working for him. Right. But yeah, go ahead, Billy. So but go ahead, get to the real reason that you wanted to spit out.
Well, you got to score in the red zone, and I think personally, the Cowboys do not get enough big plays offensively. They still want to run this offense and have these. I'm not gonna call them lethargic, but these meticulous drives. They still want to go the Garrett route, 10, 12 plays, 80 yards. You have big-time receivers, man. They can stretch the field. Push the ball down the damn field.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes.
Okay. What does it matter if you're just getting ultimately if you get down the field, whether or not you get there in a big play on one play or you get there in 10 plays?
Well,
what does it matter as long as you get down the field?
Well, I'll be happy to explain that to you. So the reason that you want to do that is because you're showing the defense, hey, you have to cover us all over this field, over the top.
Right.
They're playing with nobody on the defense is playing past 20 yards from the line of scrimmage. No threat over the top. You have CD Lamb. You have Amari Cooper. You have Michael Gallup.
That's your guy who goes deep. But like I told you the other day, our guys are route runners. Like, they're not speedsters.
No, they are speedsters.
They're not.
Though.
Like, Amari Cooper's not going to burn somebody running downfield.
Why isn't he?
Because
he's
he's more of a get you off the line, make a move on you, and then go.
Can I also tell you something? You're acting like Tom Brady. You know, Tom Brady only really did that one time, and that was really with Antonio Brown, who is that big type of play receiver. Outside of that, they did the same thing to the Cowboys.
Right, but that's been what Tom Brady does. Like,
well, you know, I understand that's the Hall of Fame Tom Brady. You're trying to compare offenses. All offenses are different. First off, on your point, we were getting touchdowns. We were going pretty much toe for toe. We were only at the most that we were down for the most part of this game was about, I believe, 6 points? Mm-hmm. 6 point difference was the largest margin between the two teams. The Cowboys were down, and the Cowboys were up by, the Cowboys lost eventually by 2 points.
Right.
The point of the matter is they were getting there, but it's not about big plays or anything like that. The problem is, and this has been a big problem with not only Kellen Moore, but Jason Garrett and go on in the offense for the last few years. Mm-hmm. You can go back even to 2014 when Tony Romo was at the helm. The problem is they get into the red zone.
Right.
They get in the red zone and everything bogs down.
Right.
Everything bogs down. For some reason, once they get in the 20s, they can do it from the 80 yards in between. Yeah. But once you get in that little red zone, they struggle.
Because
they can't. But they struggle, not because of big plays or all of that. They struggle because of their execution. Mm-hmm. I don't know what it is with his coaching or whether or not they need to get inside it. But for some reason, it needs to be found out that they need to execute their blocks. For the biggest example right now, I can give it. The Ezekiel third down play where they had an option. That was a perfect play that Kellen Moore had.
Go
ahead.
He had to do was, push him back.
Yeah, just make
let him go right by him.
Yeah, I know. I just shoved him, and
I was like, dude, that's a safety. You're a tight end.
I know you're like 200 something pounds, and you're letting a safety push you around.
He goes, and the safety's like, excuse me, and he ran by him, and Zeke was like,
Queen Petty said, stop with the 2014 stuff, EA.
That was a good year, Queen Petty.
But to your point, like that touchdown that Dak Prescott threw to Mark Cooper, that was one of the biggest plays I've seen in a long time. I was like, where did that come from? I was like, where did he pull that one out at?
What are you talking? What the one where he caught the ball in the corner? You mean off of the box snap or the
touchdown? The touchdown lob that he threw, and it was
like a 22-yard pass.
But I've never. But that's what I'm talking about.
Did you know that big plays are classified by 20 yards or more?
Yeah,
right. But to see them come out and do it was like, oh, whoa! So that's what we're doing this year.
Well, that's nice. Let's see if that continues. My thing is, to your point, when you get in the red zone, that's where they struggle. You know why? Because in the red zone, you have to have your best play calls, and you have to have complete execution because there's less field to work with. There's 22 guys compiled within the 20-yard space.
I just always think that's the time to run the football when you're in the red zone.
Well, I mean, you can't. I think you can still run the football. You got to find ways to be creative. Keep in mind what I said. In the red zone, the short passing game is an extension of the run.
It
It
is.
doesn't just have to be a handoff
And
to
I
Zeke.
totally agree with that. They should have done more of that.
Swing passes to your guy
Yeah.
Collins.
Yeah.
What happened to a screen?
That's
Did
what
we
I'm saying.
run a
They got
screen the
Tony
whole
Pollard
game?
and Ezekiel Elliott.
Bring
There's
back
no
the
reason. There's no reason they shouldn't have gotten it.
Right.
Bring back the Statue of Liberty.
Yeah, so I don't care. What happened to the
Hell, I just
screen
watched a
game?
play last night where the Raiders had Marcus Mariota running downfield.
Okay, I'm glad you
still
brought it
got
up. So
wheels.
just a reference. Okay, you said run the football there. It's not entirely. This is a point of improvement. They got down to the goal line, right? The Raiders on 2 consecutive plays tried run plays and they didn't get in, and they were on the 1-yard line.
Yeah.
That's another point. Is that when your running game isn't working, your
But they
physical
don't
running
have
game.
Ezekiel Elliott. And they don't have
Ezekiel,
Tony
and
Pollard.
all night long, Ezekiel Elliott wasn't in there. And but you know what, Ezekiel Elliott, you keep bringing up. What did we pay him for? Did you see the blocking he did? That was another
Yeah,
reason why.
that's-
Ezekiel Elliott
That's cool.
was pounded.
That's cool,
It
but-
don't matter. I don't care
Still
how
a
you do it. I don't
linebacker.
care
That's cool, but
who
you
gets
have
the story. No.
you brought him here to run the football.
Listen,
when
we
you're
know
in the red zone,
it wasn't
you run the football.
Listen, there was no such thing that running the football was not the reason we lost.
I know nobody
Reason-
said it was.
That seems like everyone keeps bringing
Sunday night. When I said run the football, I said we're not. I didn't say make a whole series where they need to run the football. I'm saying you need to run the football at times to slow the game down and stop the clock. Run the clock at some point because of who you got on the other side of the field. You know he's coming. You know what he can do when he's got time left. And we didn't make them burn timeouts like we should have.
They did. By the time they only had one timeout left.
That's too many timeouts for him. That's what I'm trying to make you understand. Like, you gave him a minute and something, and you left him with a timeout. We needed to make him burn.
I think the real problem with the real problem with that last game thing for me was again another thing with execution, because the Cowboys actually were having a very decent drive to close it out. I remember Ben Maller, the dumb loudmouth that he is on Fox Sports Radio, was like, Dak Prescott's not clutch enough. I'm like, no. Offensive lineman decided, hey, we're gonna get a holding call on the most crucial point of the drop, because at that point it became 3rd and 6, became 3rd and 16. At 3rd and 16, you ain't going to get anything done. You kicked yourself out of field goal range. You barely could get it.
No, and then Dak took that sack, and that put us out of field goal range.
Yeah, that's where you throw it away.
That's where
Yeah.
that's the one play where I was like, they should have just ran the ball right there. Just ran. What's the difference if he's
I
going to
know.
take a sack and you run the ball? That's
But-
the same damn thing.
But well, I mean, I agree. We should have ran the football, but
they
that-
wasn't on like what 30,
yeah,
34.
that's what I'm saying. But you don't even have to take
Wait,
that
time
sack,
out.
man. Throw the damn ball away, yo.
It
close
was
to the end.
It was close to the end where he was, trying to.
No, it was right before the field. It was right before
Yeah,
the
he
field
was,
goal.
he was trying to find
Yeah.
someone
Okay.
instead of throwing it out.
Okay. That point I get, that point. But at that point, they were kind of struggling anyway because it was 3rd and long. Now, I know they got back within 4
Yeah.
on the 4th down.
Yeah, okay, and then they got the penalty.
Yeah, and so that was what really pissed me off, is that they kept, every time they got anything get good going,
Yeah, penalty.
any either a penalty
Yeah.
or they just shot themselves. Oh, another thing. CeeDee Lamb had made up for it with
Yeah.
some big plays, but we need to stop these drop footballs.
Yeah,
are getting
can't have that.
ridiculous.
Oh.
And I know you want to blame Dak Prescott for the interception. I'm going to blame you. Hit your hands in there. You better fucking catch the football. CeeDee Lamb needed to catch that football and not cause that interception. That was a huge backbreaker, because every time the Cowboys force turnovers, we would get back and then we would force an error on ourselves.
Yeah.
So
Self-inflicted.
that's what worries me. And now we're going into this Chargers game where I know a lot of people are like Brian and Billy are like a little overconfident, thinking we're going to walk through the LA Chargers.
I don't think we're going to walk through them. I think we're going to have issues with, Terrence
Do you
Steele.
agree? They're gonna have problems.
I think they will with Terrence Steele. I mean, trying to guard Joey Bosa.
That's not what I'm concerned about. I saw Justin Hubert out there just throwing the ball around the other night, and this Anthony Brown guy concerns me. Is he gonna be back on the field, Billy? What's going on your side of the ball?
He's going to be out
He's
there.
still
We're
on the
going
team.
back out there again.
We have other issues too. So as the Cowboys are, we're all excited because one of the biggest reasons why we were worried about this Bucks game was that Zach Martin wasn't going to be here because of COVID, right? Well, he's back. We're like, okay, Zach. Also, Brandon Knight's back. Oh, I got Brandon Knight's back. Guess who went back on the COVID thing? Mr. Randy Gregory. Now, I don't know. Well, now the good thing is apparently he's asymptomatic. He's not showing symptoms or anything. So Jerry says, well, we hope that he can come downstairs. That still scares me because. I get a little worried, so I don't know. We'll see if Randy's going to make the trip. He has to till Saturday, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
hopefully
I think
he
it's
can
2 negative tests he needs to have.
Hopefully he can get himself back in there. But
Then of course, the biggest thing is Lyle Collins is now
suspended.
suspended.
He's appealing it. He's feeling it.
Okay, so can we get into this quickly?
Wait till next segment.
You want to do next segment?
Yeah, we'll wait till
Because I have a lot of things to say about it.
Well, and just what?
I just want to get back to this guy here, and he wants.
No, you don't want.
Yeah, I want to keep back this guy. Want to rip this guy to straight. Go ahead.
Real quick, Julie wants you to know that she's got hands for you if you say anything negative about CD Lamb. That's a direct message.
You gotta catch
She's got
paint.
hands for you.
You got hands?
She's gonna have hands
How about
for
you
you.
give them to CD Lamb?
Oh wow! Oh wow! Wow!
That's a tough situation there. That's a tough situation.
And this is the guy. Remember, he's supposed to be a Cowboy fan. He's supposed to be a Cowboy
That's
fan.
what they tell me.
That's what I heard too.
I love you, Julie.
No, we know
better
you don't
watch
love
your back.
CeeDee Lamb.
I love CD Lamb.
No, you don't.
And when he catches football.
You don't love him or Zeke.
I don't like it when he causes interceptions for my quarterback.
Yeah. So to your thing about Dak Prescott, let me go ahead and just throw this out here.
Yeah, this is what I
one
want to
last
get
time.
to.
We're finally.
Kat, is this me right here? Because this is a direct. Listen, folks. I do not have a problem with Dak Prescott.
But
All right, Bill Clinton.
However,
I did not have sexual relations with that one.
right. I do not have a problem with Dak Prescott. Dak Prescott is the quarterback of my football team. I just want more. Well, I don't care what anybody has to say.
more
Talk about counting pockets. We're paying you a lot of money.
Oh wow! I didn't know. I thought he
Make-
was counting here.
Make big plays. Utilize your receivers.
He did.
No. When I say
He
utilize,
threw 58 times.
That's stupid. No
So
other
wait, time
time.
out.
That is
Take
stupid.
it off him.
No.
No, take him off.
That is retarded.
No, time out.
You guys
time
are
out.
crazy.
Time out. So wait. You want him to do more, but do less?
I mean, he had.
What I'm telling you
times,
is,
man.
what I'm telling you is, you're. Oh my God, he did so much great stuff. He threw the ball 58 fucking times.
I have never listen. If you
Well, hold
58
on,
times.
because this came out this week.
Hold
Hold
on.
on, that they said they actually did have a couple run plays called, but Dak audibled out of it.
And I'm not mad at that, but he threw the ball 58 fucking times. That's like Kobe in his last game. He scored 60 something. He shot the ball down there 60 times. Is that good?
No, I didn't want him throwing the ball that many times.
Well, that's
especially for an organization that's concerned about a shoulder injury.
So what all I'm saying
time
here
out.
is
403 yards, 3 touchdowns, only 1 pick caused by Mr. CD Lamb.
right.
Quarterback rating 101.4. I'm trying to hold on.
Watch this.
I'm trying to understand.
I'm not gonna be on your side with
I am trying to understand who also had by far, and I'm a Dak critiquer.
No, you're a Dak hater.
No, critiquer. I love Dak.
You ready to put Tony?
Love
Still
it.
ready to put Tony Romo back in? But go ahead.
No, not anymore.
Yeah, whatever.
Like now? No,
Yeah.
no, not now. Tony's done.
gather
No, go ahead. So also, Dak Prescott had one of the best opening drives I've ever seen by a quarterback in recent memory, who came out after that injury. But you're telling me he needs to do more. So you tell me what he didn't do that.
Billy wants what he saw Matt Stafford out there doing, throwing big bombs.
Matt Stafford threw one. Those only two. Those 2 plays. Did you
First,
see what-
but hold on.
Threw the
They
ball.
have fucking Cooper Kupp, who is fast as hell, and they have Desean Jackson.
Cooper Kupp
who's
is not
fast as-
faster than Amari Cooper.
Yes, he is.
No, he's not.
Yes,
I
he
don't-
is.
yeah,
Right
yeah.
now, today he
You
is.
are a fucking liar if you say that. Cooper
can
Kupp
pull
is
up
not
his 40
faster.
times.
Pull up there 40 times.
Did you see
And,
how
and, and
fast?
Amari Cooper
you
has
kidding
had,
me?
and Amari Cooper has had foot and leg injuries compared to Cooper Kupp.
Cooper, listen, one of the things they talk about with Amari Cooper, yes, don't oversell the fact that he's a great route runner. The guy
It's
has
not
great
about-
acceleration.
It's not
too.
about route running. When he comes off the line, he is making a move to get you. Cooper Kupp doesn't do all that. Cooper Kupp is gone.
Every
Yeah.
receiver
He
makes
is gone
moves.
downfield.
Well, that is not true. That is not
On
true.
there 40 times?
Yeah.
I don't even
They
care about
probably
the
are there.
40
They
times.
probably
I'm
are there
talking
40 times for a couple years ago, but right now, Amari Cooper's done had foot and leg injuries.
First and
Like,
foremost,
Time out,
you're being
time out.
ridiculous. Go
I'm
ahead.
gonna shut you down right now.
Yeah, mhm.
Okay, shut you down right now. Bill Clinton.
Go ahead.
All right. All I know is I watched that Matt Stafford game on Sunday Night Football, and outside of those 2 big plays, which were mostly broken coverages because that was just what happens.
Okay.
It's not like they designed those plays saying, "Man, we're just going to go straight at the top." No, it's called blown coverage, so they knew that. That's why you hit them big.
So why
time
did we
out.
ever
Time.
do
Wait, let me finish. All I'm going to say is the rest of the game, Matt Stafford wasn't throwing like 50-yard bumps the entire game.
Right,
he
of
was
course.
doing the exact same thing Dak Prescott did. So
Okay.
what I'm trying to know is that I know you're in love with Matt Stafford now. I know he's your boyfriend and all that, and that you're all in love with it. But tell me, what did Matt Stafford do completely different that Dak Prescott that you want Dak Prescott to do on a daily basis? Tell me, please.
What I'm
He
telling
wants
you is
big plays.
Every snap.
not every snap. When did the Cowboys attack vertically? Please
They
explain that.
did. Like, did you
Where?
not watch this game?
Where?
Bill,
Explain to
Ryan,
me.
Did they not
Yeah, they
attack
did.
vertically?
They
did.
Who was catching these vertical passes? Please explain to me.
The receivers.
What do you consider vertical?
Amari
Cooper.
Cooper.
What do you consider
It's
vertical?
called a deep post.
Yeah. Hold on.
Oh, a 15-yard intermediate pass.
Dak Prescott was on the other
That's
side of the
your
field
point
that he threw to Amari Cooper on the other side of the
I
field.
know what
Okay.
happened. I know what happened.
No, please. Can you please find that video? That
No, you can't put it up because they'll pull the
Oh,
segment.
okay, that's fine. We don't want that. That's right. Okay.
Yeah.
Listen.
I can't put it on YouTube.
Listen. I now I know the
football
problem.
minds in
I
here,
know.
man, 'cause
I
you
know-
guys are
No,
cutting
I
up.
don't need Walt's barbershop.
No, we don't need
buddies up
him.
here.
We don't have to have that. He knows what's going on, though.
Ooh, OC?
Of course.
He knows. He's good at what he does.
Listen, there's a difference between having an attacking style, aggressive downfield passing attack, as opposed to intermediate crossing routes.
Okay, but hold on. I'm going to say this real quick. To your credit, to what you want, the Dallas Cowboys don't play football like that. Matter of fact, I don't think they've ever played football like that. They've always, and I've never really seen the Cowboys other than a couple times with Dez or Romo. But before that, like the Cowboys don't throw big plays like that.
And so that's been a problem. Now, you pointed out speed guys, okay? Like Desean Jackson, right?
Yeah.
Desean Jackson, do you see him running crossing routes?
No, because he's going to run.
Because he's a deep vertical threat.
But
right?
your deep vertical threat got hurt here on the team. The guy who goes deep, Michael Gallup, wasn't on the field. That's your deep guy, and he wasn't there. So for what you want, you might have gotten it if he was on the field, but he was not on the field.
They don't design. That's what I'm saying. They
But,
don't
okay,
design that out.
That's not true.
Time out.
Hold on. That's not true because when Michael Gallup is known for what? Big plays, right? When Michael Gallup, Dak and
He's
Michael
your
Gallup,
best 50-50 ball guy.
okay, he's the best guy that they throw the ball down to deep. When they want a deep play, Michael Gallup's the guy they tell run and go, and he goes and gets it.
I mean, if you watched in 2017, we actually Abilene Christian played Colorado State when Michael Gallup was a senior, and all he did was just vertical routes on us. And I mean, that's all he did.
But that's what I'm saying. Like he's your deep guy. Like the plays you want, you're not gonna get them from Amari Cooper and CeeDee Lamb because number one, CeeDee Lamb is a slot guy. Number one, and Amari Cooper
That's
is
where they play him. That's not what he's limited to.
that's where they play him at. So I can't do anything about that. And Amari Cooper is he's the playmaker. Like he's the guy that we're going when all else fails, not even when all else fails, when it's time to go get something done, that's the guy we're going to. But Michael Gallup, when we need a big play, they say go
Right.
get it.
Okay, and so you don't think that makes things easier on the defense to understand? Hey, you know what? There's no threat of anything.
Well, it's
going
not.
on
It does, that's what I'm saying. He got hurt. He was playing in the defense. He made the best. He made one of the best catches.
Billy, this is where some of the football thing because you do know that in football and the offensive strategy is not all about tracking downfield. It's about multiple ways
I would
to
love
get
to
down
play you in a
players.
game, man.
Like because all you would do is go down the field, so I just put prevent defense.
Yeah, exactly. Just go back, guys. They're going deep.
What I'm telling you is that doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense. What I'm telling you is you have guys who do it. Stop limiting the offense by just saying, hey, we're going to run these freaking intermediate routes. 10, 15 yards on the line.
But Billy, I don't know
all they do.
No, they didn't. That's not what they did.
First
in the
off, that's
game.
not what they did. But
Where's
you guys,
the attack?
Hold on.
Show
How
me
do
where
you
the
get?
attack
Time
is.
out.
Just show me.
Billy, how do you get over 400 yards if you're not going downfield?
60 passes is how you do it.
No,
What do you
so,
mean?
wait, time out. So they did do the math there. Hold on, do the math there.
I'm great at math. Let's do this. Let's do this.
Billy, they scored 29 points, and none of those were running touchdowns.
Yeah, you know what? And that's fine. I tell you what. Let me go ahead. While you guys continue this on, I'm going to show you something.
I want you to get your
What was his total
calculator.
number? 402.
Who? No,
Dak.
4-3.
Oh, sorry. Let's go ahead and get that extra yard.
Okay.
403
It's
divided by
what he
58.
had.
So he averaged 6.95 yards. So pretty much
6.5 yards is one of the top. Nobody throws 10 yards an attempt or 10 to 12 yards an attempt.
But do you understand throwing the ball 58 times?
Excuse me though. EA keeps talking about this defense that they played against, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's why they didn't really go deep like that because of the defense.
Not even that, no, but they did go deep.
They did, but they
attacked. Their secondary got exposed. That's why we kept attacking. Their strength was their defensive
and they kept
line.
blitzing. And they kept blitzing.
Yeah.
That's nothing. They kept
They
blitzing.
did.
Which
They
means,
attacked.
and when they blitz, what does that mean on the outside? Brian, you're a football guy. What does that mean on the outside when they're blitzing?
That means you usually have 4 guys in coverage at the time.
And they're one-on-one, right?
Right, but
Is that not an ideal time?
right, and Amari Cooper scored off one of those. And CeeDee Lamb scored off one of those. Michael Gallup caught a very nice toe tapper play on the sideline with those.
Yeah,
So,
about
I don't-
7-yard pass.
Okay, but it doesn't matter if it's 7 yards. Did they score? They put up 29 points.
Well,
This team is known for not even getting over 20,
You guys.
and they scored 29.
I mean, considering who we played, I mean, it was more than I was expecting them to score.
I think you guys downplay what this offense is supposed to be, and you're giving. I understand the Bucs have a great defense.
Well, hold on. I want to make sure I get.
But the
I want
Cowboys
to
have
make.
an
I want to make sure I make this
extremely
clear
talented
because Julie brought this up about all the fans, giving them thumbs up for how good they played. I don't give consolation prizes. Okay, I only do dubs and L's.
That's all we doing.
And all I know is Cowboys got an L.
Time out. 13 yards for 139 yards by Mr. Amari Cooper. 7 catches for 104 yards by Mr. CeeDee Lamb. Dalton Schultz had 6 catches for 45 yards. Michael Gallup 4 catches for 36 yards.
What did Blake Jarvin have? Nothing.
He had 3 catches for 20 yards.
Oh God, he's really taking Blake Dart Schultz.
So I don't know. I'm looking through all those numbers. Let's look at the plays, scoring plays. Okay, let's look at the scoring plays.
Yeah, look at
All
it.
right. Okay, so Dak Prescott touchdown for CeeDee Lamb for 22 yards. So that's more than 20. Again, that's a big. Actually, by definition, if you know football, anything 20 yards or more is considered a big play.
Yeah.
So that's 22 yards is more than 20.
What was the Amari touchdown?
The Amari touchdown? Amari Cooper had a 5-yard touchdown.
No, that was one, but the second one.
Okay.
When he
Probably like 23, 24 yards.
That was more like a deep post, I thought. He went straight.
21 yards.
21 yards. Okay, yeah, that was a pretty big play.
Yeah. Okay. So let's look at the Brady because you said Brady, on his.
Well, it's not even that for this guy here. This guy here, you tell me-
Gronkowski had a 2-yard touchdown.
Yeah, that's bullshit. I hate those.
Okay, but he had a 2-yard touchdown. But that didn't go into your narrative. Okay, this is the big play. Antonio Brown, 47. That was his big one. And then the other one was another Gronkowski touchdown for 11 yards.
That was the one where they did
Godwin,
cover
what was
zero.
Chris Godwin's touchdown?
He didn't get one.
I thought Chris
I
Godwin.
thought Chris Godwin did get
He
one.
almost did, but then he fumbled it.
No, he did catch one in the end zone. He was the first one to score.
That was a short one too.
Oh, Chris Godwin, I didn't see that.
Yeah, it was a drag
That was
route.
a 5-yard.
Okay, so
5-yard fire. Only one big play. So tell me again, Billy.
couldn't even do-
If you actually think about it, the Cowboys had more big play touchdowns than the Buccaneers.
and
'Cause
the Buccaneers actually won the football game.
So I'm sorry, Billy. Your little theory went down the drain. You know why? Because you just look at this thing. You probably thought, maybe it didn't make sense to you. Like they didn't look like a big play to me. So then they got. And sorry, this is not Madden 2022, and you decided to throw it deep every time because
I'll
maybe
never be
that's how
allowed
you
to
play.
You guys.
That's how you like to play football.
you
That's
guys-
not how it works.
you
Your
guys-
boyfriend
you-
Matt
you-
Stafford didn't do that either.
No,
okay?
he just finished like 80 yards short of Dak and threw the ball like 28
I'm
less
about to-
times. Are you fucking kidding me?
You were just off.
Threw the ball damn near 28 less times and was like 70 yards off from the total. And a dub.
You should be ashamed of broadcasting during the night.
I'm just calling it for what it is.
We got Brian here in studio
guys should
from
be
the.
ashamed of what
I'm sorry, Brian, that you're here with
I hate that you guys are subjecting him to this.
No,
He's much better than this.
he's not even agreeing with you. Though.
No, he doesn't have to, but I know he's a man of football. He's a man of sense.
So wait,
what you're doing,
man
what
of
you're doing out here
What
on
you
this
doing? What he
parade.
said. What you're doing is malarkey, pretty much. It's
I'm not Joe
ridiculous.
Biden.
It's ridiculous what you got going.
That's okay. That's
Yeah.
okay.
But we got Brian
we
here. in
got
studio
to
from
move
Smoke
on
Union.
because this guy's gonna go back.
We got Billy here. We got
Back
EA.
in
We got
the
EA and Billy here who are both fired up about the Cowboys' loss. Hopefully
I'm not fired up. I'm just crazy that this guy thinks that Dak Prescott should have done more, but with less.
Doing more or less is what that other guy did.
What's next?
I mean, we did catch an L. Yeah.
We did.
Caught a hot L.
Yeah, we did. I'm just saying, but to blame Dak Prescott is ridiculous.
Get in the end zone. The end.
He does have a good point there.
We had scored almost 29 points.
We should, you know,
We usually score only 20.
I don't care. You guys are telling me that they should have scored 40+ points. They should have won this game by double digits.
Whoa, now if
You're
hold
just
on,
getting
hold on, let me
If they score one more time and hit one field goal, they win by 10.
No, if they would have not missed the extra point and hit one of the field goals, then they would have won.
They would have won the game. But then I'm saying if you would have scored even in the red zone, you were 1 of 4 in the
Listen,
red zone.
I'm gonna tell you this right now.
Are you one of those guys?
I'm gonna tell you this right
You're one
now.
of those guys probably go to the
50% is
schedule.
that
First off,
Hold on. Are you 50? What did you say?
50% is too much to ask in the red zone. We were 1 of 4. We 25% in the
Yeah,
red
but
zone.
you're the one saying it. So are you going to the schedule like we can put 40 on him, put 40 and 40, 50,
Well,
50 on?
is this offense not capable of scoring 40?
Most offenses aren't just scoring that much points.
Right, but I'm just saying. I mean, this offense. This is
Jameis
not just
did.
your with way less
But
down.
okay, but Jameis also did it with 139 yards, and they weren't throwing big plays. They were just getting there. He only had 139 yards.
One is passing would be.
He only had 139
Yeah, I
yards.
mean, he didn't really throw the ball around. They just kicked their ass. That's basically what happened there. But
we got to go on to the next.
go
one.
ahead, carry on.
We're not going to. He hates Dak. We got it.
Let's take a break real quick when we come back. Let's go around Cowboys Nation and talk about some stuff that's going on with the Cowboys right here next on DallasOnAir.com.